Hey everybody, and welcome to session 6. This is probably one of the easiest sessions for me to talk about because I've really talked about everything already. I'm going to open up just one page from the session because the first, okay, you've got a checklist, right? Then you've got the welcome page with this video. Then the third page is the about the final website page that you've already seen for like 3 or 4 sessions already. And you saw it in the previous session, you're seeing it again here in session 6. If you haven't read it yet, you better read it ASAP because you should have read it a month ago. But it's good to kind of skim over it again and make sure that you have especially made your decision about, you've already done your planning, but something you may not have totally decided yet was what tool set you're going to use. So go check out the tool set section and make sure that you have read the last 2 chapters of the Duckett textbook. All right, so this takes us to the last page of this session, the website production and publication page. Basically, the plans that you created from the previous session, you're going to do them now. You're going to make that website. And you're going to produce it and publish it and put a link to your final website on the final project matrix. Now I'm looking. Most websites are publicly accessible, but if some of you use like a password protection kind of thing, like you can do this on Weebly, you could do it on a Google site, you could password protect your site. Please make sure that I'm able to see it and that your peers are actually able to see it. If you need it to be password protected for some reason, you're welcome to do that, but please provide us with the password. You could send an email to the whole class. In the title, write password for, Raleigh's final website, and then give us a short note with your password, just if you need to do that. So please make sure you check that your website is ready by running the simple test that I give you. Basically, I say log out of everything and try to open your web page from the final project matrix. Submit the Dropbox website production and publication to indicate that your website is ready for review. You can just put a blank Word doc into it because, again, you're posting it to the final project matrix. No need to also put it in the Dropbox unless you just want to. You're always welcome to put a link in there as well. Maybe for your own records, you'd like to have that anyway, right? I don't know. You get locked out of your classes like within a month of the semester ending. But maybe, again, for record-keeping purposes, you're more comfortable to have your link in there so you can do whatever you want. But you don't have to. I'm just talking too long about this. All right, so discussion board sharing. So in the next session, session 7, you guys are going to, through a discussion board, evaluate one another's site. So I'm talking about session 7 now. I'm actually done talking about the current session 6 that this video pertains to. But let's just look ahead for a second. If you're able to get your website submitted on time by the end of session 6 at midnight, then you are going to be in sort of group 1, should we call it? You could call it the on-time submitters or whatever. I'm not trying to judge you ill either way, but the group 1 group. And from that group, I'll assign you to evaluate somebody's website, and somebody from that group will evaluate yours. If you're late with your submission, or if I can't access your website, even if it's turned in on time, if we can't access it, if there's any problems related to your website and us being able to access it for whatever reason, then you'll probably go into a second group of people, and I will wait about a week, maybe 6 or 7 days, and then I will assign that second group to peer evaluate in different directions. Okay? That peer evaluation will happen on the discussion evaluate a peer's site, and so the assignment will have 2 parts. One, you're going to make a post where you share and reflect on your site briefly. And then the second aspect of that discussion board is that you actually evaluate your assigned peer's site. So you'll go find their initial post and respond to it, and that's where you'll post your evaluation. All right, so if you want, at this point in session 6, if you've gotten to the point where you've submitted your final website, you might also want to just take the first step of that session 7 discussion board and just go ahead and share and reflect on your site. The instructions will be posted on that discussion board if you need it. All right, Thank you so much, guys.